Ta-da. Okay.
After like 2 or 3 good attempts where there would have been an excellent intro, now neither of us has anything to say.
Mm, well, you're right. Hold on.
Like
I
that
heard
whole story about the dongles and the DS and the internet would have been amazing, or the
no.
or your daughters rubbing your Switch on the table like it's a rag or something, and one of them's Miyagi and the other's Daniel-san.
I guess, but
Okay, now we got something. Okay, now okay.
we're
Stream
here.
saved.
We're here to hopefully. I don't actually. I was gonna say hopefully finish, but I don't know if I'm. I don't know. If, I don't remember if I'm even within finishing range of this.
Oh no, you're not. I know
Okay,
where you are.
let's hop
You
back in
still
here.
have you still have about a third of the game left.
Oh, you might be right. Yeah, I don't.
I
Honestly, I
know I'm
don't even
right.
remember which dungeon it was on.
I know which
And-
dungeon you're on. Actually, you know what? Let me just come down there. I'll play the game.
Oh yeah, I was in the Dumpy Shack thing. What a waste of
I'm
time.
about to say, how could you forget your pal Dompe?
Because he's easily
I,
forgettable.
I
That's
built
how.
a bunch of dungeons for you, and you found some treasure, and it was awesome. Where are you
No,
going, friend?
didn't find anything of use. I'm leaving.
You know, it occurred to me last time with Dompe. You know what voice he should have had that I can't do? It's not a good voice, mind you. Like these days, um it's kind of frowned upon to do this voice. But do you remember the character in King of the Hill who um he was the manager at the racetrack and Bobby had to work for him for a while?
Oh yeah, kind of.
Yeah, and he wasn't all there. He wasn't quite right in the head. In fact, I think that was the way that the other characters described him, was like he was a little bit off. And it was pretty clear that he did have some issues. But yeah, the voice they gave him, I feel like in a different era could have been an excellent voice for Dompe. Or it would have, okay, maybe not an excellent voice, but it would have been the voice somebody would have given Dompe at some point.
Perhaps. Hey, really? I missed that up until now?
Yeah.
You don't
Huh?
have to get all. I said I can't believe I missed that up until now. You don't.
Well, I mean, what other reason would you have to pick up that rock?
I guess. You
And
don't have to.
also keep in mind, they did add a bunch of extra seashells to this game, so.
That was actually my next question. Was you don't have to. Right, that's right. I traded the shovel away. I think that's one right here. I was about to say you don't have to collect all the seashells, do you?
No, for the sword, no. There's some additional prizes, though.
I swear, if you're saying prizes, what you actually mean is like an extra heart container or something lame.
That's what I said, booby traps.
What's the fastest way to get back over there? Let's see how many I have.
Wow, I just went from like one really awful, like, dated thing to another character that has a very poor characterization. Moving along.
Time to check the seashells.
But yeah, I forget what the... Wait, if you're trying to check the seashells, then what are you doing way over here?
That's the closest spot.
Isn't there's a teleport that... Did you not... I could have sworn there was a teleport that actually takes you to the Seashell Mansion.
No. Well, if there is, I haven't, like...
Then you haven't unlocked
it.
it, but I am 95% certain that there is, in this version at least, a teleport that takes you to the mansion. Oh wow. I was just about to say, it's flying. What did you think was going to happen? And then you got there. Also, have you forgotten that your boomerang is stronger than the hook shot?
Yeah, I did. But the boomerang wouldn't have gotten me across the... Oh, I had it equipped already. That's why you were saying that. Well,
Oh, nice. Oh, you just keep hitting it with the boomerang and kill it. There you go.
yoink.
So, welcome back to our swordless run of Link's Awakening.
Oh, that's it right here, isn't it?
Yep. Oh, yeah, you haven't gotten it. And guess why you're not going to get it now?
What? Why? Why?
Well, the answer is that thing you're throwing around. The
Oh, you have to
teleport's
dig it
right
out.
there. Yes.
Mm,
At some point, I think I had considered telling you that it was there, but I don't think you had the shovel. So yeah, that explains why you don't have it.
come on, get there.
Yes, fill up that delicious seashell goo.
Hey, got something.
See, look at that. The present.
What a waste of time.
How was that a waste of time? Like, you haven't even gotten the sword yet. Okay, now, do you remember what the first few, what all of the prizes were
No, I don't.
in the original game?
I do not.
Okay, so if I'm remembering correctly, there were 4 prizes for seashells in the original game. The last one was the sword, and the remaining ones were seashells.
Why? How would that make any sense?
I guess because they didn't have any more room to code objects in the game. I don't know. But yeah, like the only prizes you got from the mansion were the sword and more seashells. And so, it gets even better. So in the original game, like the prizes were like 5, 10, 15, 20. There were 20 total seashells in the game. I think there might have been 1 or 2 extra. But then after you got the sword, they would disappear and you couldn't get them, I think, is how that worked. But, okay, so 5, 10, 15. If you went to the seashell mansion with 10 seashells, but you hadn't gotten the prize at 5 seashells, you wouldn't get it. You would miss it. So not only were the first 3 prizes just more seashells, there were seashells that you couldn't even get if you didn't make sure you cashed in your seashells every time.
Huh.
In
Okay,
fact, that's actually how you... That's right, that's how you got the extra seashells. So there's like 20 hidden shells in the game, and then there's the 3 extra shells from the seashell mansion. But you would only get those shells if you went in early.
Oof. Is that heart right there? Is that just a refill?
Yes, that's just a refill. That's just a heart.
Okay. How come the shop didn't have a shovel?
Because you gave your shovel away. Like, it's not going to be in the shop to rebuy.
So I have to go trade out the boomerang again to get the shovel back.
That's one way. If you'd like, I can tell you a secret for 20 rupees.
It may look like I've been practicing this, but I have not.
It doesn't look like you've been practicing at all. In fact, you... Look at it tumble. Alright, that's 10 rupees. You need to pay me 10 more rupees to get a tip.
Come on.
Oh, very nice. Okay, I'll wait for you to pick these up.
Nope, nope,
Wait,
nope.
oh, wait, why are you still playing?
I don't know. I think I button mashed it. I'm gonna miss that
Yeah.
hardcore. Come back, come back,
Oh,
come
that's
back.
fine.
Nope,
I'll
it's not
I'll
gonna
take
happen.
30 rupees for the secret. It's okay.
Okay. What's the secret?
Oh, I want you. Well, wait until you pick this stuff up first.
The secret is there is no secret. No,
No,
crap.
no.
I did it again.
Hi, welcome to the Pokemon Center. We rest your Pokemon to full health here. Would you like to leave them?
Hey, at least I got this thing.
Dun, 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 dun,
Okay.
dun.
Finger is not on A. I am not hitting A.
Hi, welcome to the Pokemon Center.
Da-na-na-na. My wallet is bursting. It was until I kept mashing the A button. What a rare find. Give me a break. Okay, what's the secret?
Okay, so here's the secret. In this version of the game, they made it to where you actually can get the item back. You can get the item back that you traded for the boomerang without having to give the boomerang back.
I'm listening.
Okay, so, like I said, one way to get your shovel back is to give back the boomerang. The other way is to give the Goira 300 rupees. So yeah, that's it. No biggie, but it's something that you wouldn't have known just playing the original game.
True.
Heck, it's something I didn't even know. I found that out after I beat the game, I think. Because like I had no like after you give him the shovel for your boomerang, like you normally have no reason to ever go back to him. But then again, I think maybe he did say maybe he does give you a message after you make the trade. I don't know. Okay,
I don't
that
remember.
that I can't remember. But yeah, just something to keep in mind. Once you get 300, because like you don't need to spend your rupees on anything else right now at this point in the game. You have the bow. So once you have 300, you can go buy your shovel back. And you are not gonna mow the lawn for another 83 rupees, please.
Almost there. Oh yeah, you.
Oh, they had a fairy.
Whoops. You used to not be able to do that.
Yeah, I don't think there was a fairy in there originally.
No, not that. You couldn't. This was the screen divide right here. So running would have you would have stopped. You wouldn't have run into the tree at all.
Yeah.
There was never a reason to try that.
Well, no. Like I think you could hit the tree from the inside of the yard.
You could hit it from a different angle. I'm saying there would never have been a reason for me to run from here. I would never have hit the tree, and I would never have thought to hit the tree. You could do it at point blank right here.
Oh yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, but why would I do that? I only did this by accident by just trying to cut the grass. Okay, where is that guy even? I don't even remember where that guy is.
Wow. And you say you love this game? No. He's on the beach.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
remember? So like, he was in that cave that you blow up at the beach, and then when you first go in there, there's nobody there, and then you get the magnifying lens and you find him.
Yeah, that's right. Magnifying lens.
Yeah, apparently it was a very small gorilla. Gorilla? Yeah, I think it's gorilla. Yeah. I like
Gonorrhea?
those guys. No, absolutely not. Not before dinner. Anyway. Yeah, I miss gorillas. Cause like they were like one of the staple Zelda enemies for the first 2 games. And then they just vanished. Like, you get a reference in this game with the boomerang guy, and then that's it, I think? Like, it's so weird. It's kind of like how, or it's even worse than what happened to Moblins. Like, Moblins wound up becoming like, you know, the big oafish enemies for the series, which is fine. But I kind of miss them just being like troopers for Ganon. Like, yeah, they were like a little bit more they were more muscular than the Gorillaz, and obviously smarter than Octoroks. But like, they were just, you know, standard soldiers in Ganon's army. They weren't, you know, I don't know. It's just so weird. I just miss the classic depictions of Zelda enemies.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I know what you're talking about too. We're like the whole Ganon's army thing. Like now they're like, what are they in Breath of the Wild? They're just like indigenous tribes of creatures or whatever, right?
Well, okay, so with Wind Waker, they introduced a new creature called a Bokoblin, and those then became the default creature for the forces of evil. So like here, you know, you're fighting against Moblins. It's like, this is like one of the I don't even think there were there Moblins linked to oh yeah, there had to be if they were in this game. Yeah, so Bokoblins came out in Wind Waker, and they took on the role that Moblins and Gorillaz had as being like the shock troopers.
Yeah.
And I guess they just really liked the design, that they were just kind of like this really like weak, piddly throwaway enemy that they could use in a bunch of circumstances. Oh, that's
what?
right. New item.
Oh. That's cool.
Yep.
Okay. See, that's much better than a piece of heart.
Right? Yeah, you don't have to equip it or anything, I don't think. I think it's just on. You can turn it off if you want, but I think it defaults to on.
Okay, where's the next dungeon? That's actually what's important. It's probably here, right?
No,
that's this is the raft. This is the raft game.
Yeah.
Can I even get to that? Oh yeah, I can, because they're right here.
Yeah, okay, let me give you a hint. You're on dungeon number 6. More specifically, you need to still unlock dungeon number 6.
Okay.
You have 3 dungeons left. One is in the top left, one is in the top right. Those are the last 2 dungeons.
Here?
No.
Here.
There you go. That's your next destination. That's not the next dungeon, but that is your next destination. So yeah, so I guess they just must have liked having a more comedic. Oh yeah, so that your little seashell sensor went off. Yeah.
Yep, right here, I think.
Oh, I can tell you which one this is, because this one actually stumped me. Yeah, if you ever want some help with that, I can tell you what you need to do here. So I guess having Bokoblins be the new base enemy, be like the new Goomba for the series, you know, opened up design space for what they could do with the other enemy types. And so yeah, Moblins then had their role solidified as being the brutes. Octoroks got to be tricky, which, okay, incidentally, I am not a fan of modern Octoroks at all. Do you know what I mean?
Nope.
So originally, Octoroks were as we see them in this game, where, you know, there are these little land octopi that just, you know, crawl around and they spat rocks. And if you ever looked at the original artwork for them in the instruction manual, they were actually really hideous and terrifying and monstrous. And when you see them in the Zelda cartoon even, it is super creepy seeing this giant land octopus just slithering about the, you know, all over the place as fast as a horse and spitting rocks. It was super messed up.
Yeah.
It was cool, right? It was fantasy. And then with Ocarina of Time, whether through design limitations or just a deliberate choice, Octoroks no longer traveled the land. Instead, now they were basically turrets that just stayed in one spot in the ground.
Yeah.
More specifically, in the water. And then later games, they're like, well, we like Octoroks, but we just can't restrict them to water. And so now Octoroks are in water and they're in land. There's several types of Octoroks, but they're all now characterized as being creatures that live beneath a surface, as opposed to creatures that traveled the surface. Man, I could go on like this for a while. Like, as much as I enjoy the Zelda series, there's so much of old Zelda that I miss that has just been gone for way too long.
I agree. Oh no, what do I need here? Do my does this work?
You can use your hook shot
to do what?
I don't know if you to well, okay, you need your hold on. Yeah, you need your Roc's Feather to pick up stuff, and then you need your hook shot to pull you around the river. Incidentally, I don't even remember ever using the hook shot. Like, I barely touched the river rapids. I don't think it's gonna pull you here because this is like a staging area. Wait, now you're in it. And you can pull yourself around.
I see.
Like, hold down the button. There you go. Yeah, cool. I don't remember if using the hook shot was a thing in the old game, because I barely touched the River Rapids game. I only did it enough to finish the map.
No.
Incidentally, we got a really good remix going here. You might just have to kiss those goodbye. Although I guess technically if you were good, you could like bionic commando your way back up that back up where you came from. Through that narrow channel between the two sets of or never mind, you got it. Very nice. I hope this winds up looking alright on YouTube, because on Discord, this is a mess. All these currents. Mosaic's Awakening.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it seems like your main problem is you're just not holding it the entire way through.
No, I am. It's canceling.
Oh, you're like, I guess you're hitting a side then or something.
Yep.
Oh, hey, Shell.
Whew.
Yep, too bad you can't get it. Another seashell. And I'll save you some trouble and just tell you that you can't get that one for a ways yet.
No. No. Oh, come on. Oh, I jumped. I jumped and it didn't. There we go. Buddy. There we go. Gotta be creative about it. Look at that. I already got my money back.
Very nice.
Really, the only reason...
It's the absolute least you can do.
No. No more grabbing stuff. The rapids raid is over. Do I want another go? There was a chest in there.
Yeah, like I said, I'll save you some trouble and say that you can't get that chest through the game. You come up to the chest from somewhere else.
Gotcha.
Seashell. Okay, so there is some change, or there are some changes to that River Rapids game. Namely, there are additional challenges you can do now. There are time trials. I forget exactly what you need to do to trigger it. I think, like, maybe you need to go through there by just plainly go through there at a decent enough clip, and then you might say, hey, you're pretty fast or something. But there is indeed a speed run that you can do for that for probably a piece of heart or something.
Okay, I guess I'll go through here one more time.
Yeah, it's actually really cool. Like once you start getting the hang of the hook shot and you start trying to go for the time.
I got way more than I need to get the shovel back, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, right here, Rapids Race. Yeah, so that wasn't in the original game.
Is it worth doing?
Well, like I said, I think the only prizes in this are Piece of Heart. And it's actually kind of hard.
Good.
And keep in mind, if you're wanting to buy your shovel back, you don't want to go below 300.
Yep. Alright, here we go.
So yeah, your timer doesn't start until you actually get into the rapids. So you can kind of... Incidentally, yes, you do want to start from there if you want to finish it fast.
Oh, I did the raid. I ain't worried about the race thing.
Oh, I didn't even notice you switch it back. Oh yeah, there's that chest though. Yeah, that chest you could get. Probably not now, but... I like to think sometimes that your entire life is just built up towards trying to prove me wrong.
Sometimes. That's kind. I'll be honest. That was kind of nice earlier when you're like, you need to give up on those rupees," and I go grab them. You're like, "Oh, never mind." Oh, that felt so good.
Well, if you ever need that feeling again, just remember that I have issues beating you at Mario Golf Speed Rush.
You sure do. Too bad we didn't stream that and get that on record.
Right?
Go to a job
I could have just been
interview.
lying right now. Like, I'm just trying to make him feel better, everybody. Like, that didn't happen.
And then I just say battle golf and you scream. I go to a job interview and they're like, so what kind of skills do you have? I'm like, oh, have you seen my battle golf?
Yeah. I'll still beat you at the golf games that matter, though.
You've only decided which golf games matter based on which ones you could beat me at, though.
No, Toadstool Tour already was the one that mattered before Speed Rush came out. Although I guess the 3DS one works too. I'm pretty sure I could beat you with that.
Probably.
And it's just super convenient that you don't own that version too.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could definitely beat me at a 3DS game, considering I don't own a 3DS.
Hey, look at that! I did not even notice that piece of heart last time.
Yeah, I missed it on the way through the first time, and now I think I'm stuck here. I have to go back.
Huh?
Well, the only way out is to go through back to the raft guy.
Or... Oh no! Ew!
Footy.
See, I also miss likes just straight up devouring the shield. Like, it's nice that they let you have it back, but come on, there's no danger there.
So you're saying they should have a Dark Souls mode?
Well, there's already a Dark Souls mode. This game has hero mode. But I'm pretty sure it doesn't affect whether or not the like actually eats your shield. Oh, there you go. Now you have all of Colon unlocked.
No.
Oh, never mind. Yeah, you'll get there eventually.
Okay. This is where I am.
Uh-huh.
What the?
Oh yeah, you can go back over all of the storied bits and
How did I
stuff.
not ever see this? I accidentally.
Yeah, like that's your whole journey right there.
Interesting.
Yep. It's fascinating because this was already one of the easier Zelda games in the series. Like there was a lot of hand-holding in the original.
Yeah.
And now they've given you so many different little like creature comforts and quality of life improvements and stuff. It's still an excellent game. Don't get me wrong. It's also a very easy game though. Like very, very easy game. Which is great. Like this makes a very good first Zelda, like traditional Zelda game to give somebody that's never played video games before. How is this taking you so long to scrutinize?
Trying to figure out where to go next.
Well, I mean, I know that. I'm just baffled that it's taking you so. And then you're going the entirely opposite way anyway.
Opposite way of what?
Where are you going?
Get the shield. I mean, the shovel.
Wait. Oh, okay.
I was trying
to
decide whether I should get the shovel or just move on to the next dungeon, but I'm right here now.
Levers. What do you think the chances are of me going online and Googling Zelda Levers 2000 and seeing if somebody has photoshopped a picture of a lever onto a bar of soap?
I don't know, maybe.
Look at that big happy Maria. It's actually kind of funny because he looks more like a little wiggly jowls. He looks more like a dog moblin as opposed to a pig moblin, but he's supposed to be a gorilla.
So wouldn't it just be a doglin?
Doglin.
Please don't throw away my boomerang, or do, I guess. Kind of the point.
Yeah, because see because like gorillas were traditionally depicted as rat men, which is the other reason why it really stinks. Well, no, wait. So, actually, I take that back. So, like, in Zelda 1, the gorillas actually did look more like that fella there. Where they were kind of... I don't know. Okay, I have to settle this in my mind now. Because, like, I know Zelda 2 gorillas are rat-like. So yeah, let me go look up the original instruction manual art again and get the final authority on this. You know, the original monster manual. I mean, feel free to, keep talking.
Oh, sorry, I got like distracted. It's the thing is telling me that there's a seashell whenever I go right here. But I've dug everywhere. I dug here, so I'm like... Oh wait, is it gonna tell me what, like... How did I get to that other thing? How did I do that earlier?
Like, I want to say that there's there's like either lights or HD rumble or something that lets you know when you're getting closer or something, or gives you an idea of direction. Also, keep in mind that there's, maybe it's on the other side of the wall.
Maybe, but it's dinging right there.
Well, no, it's dinging because you're coming close to it. It doesn't ding when you're right on top of it.
I see.
There you go.
So it's a radius effect.
Yes.
So you could technically, if it was a wide open space, you could triangulate the exact position.
More or less.
Oh, I didn't know you could break those. Ba, 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 ba.
All right, so yeah, so the Goria's original art in the instruction manual is rat-like. So that depiction looks much more like, or the depiction in Zelda 2 is more accurate to the original art. However, the Goria that you see inside of this game looks much more like the Goria sprite from the first game. That's actually kind of plump.
Learn.
So, but as far as like what it actually is supposed to be depicting, the instruction manual just calls it a little devil that lives underground. So it's supposed to be more of an imp than anything else. The depiction of it being a some sort of a weird anthropomorphic rat is something else. It is kind of fascinating though, because like specifically this Goria picture doesn't look that far off from Splinter.
Well,
Like you put you give him brown fur instead of blue and a red robe instead of blue, and yeah, this could just be Splinter.
oh, this is not even why I came here.
Oh man, I love this artwork so much. I also just love how bad some of it is, because like you get things like the like and the Goria and the Wiz Robe, the Gibdo. Like these look like some really cool like classic monsters or fantasy monsters and stuff like that. And then you get to stuff like Aquamentus, which yes, it's a dragon, but it's a dragon that was apparently drawn by a 3-year-old, but then colored and shaded by a professional artist.
Did you hear about the secret layer, the new secret layer cards? The
No.
Dungeons and Dragons stuff on them from the cartoon show. The artwork is from the Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
That is awesome.
That's way better than Stranger Things or Walking Dead.
I wish so much that Nintendo would acknowledge its own animated history. Oh man, that is...
Can you imagine if like the next E3, like Nintendo brings out like a Captain N game?
I'm still pulling for Captain N in Smash Brothers. It's probably not going to happen in Smash Ultimate, but the next game is a whole new ballpark. Or more appropriately, football field, because Kevin was on the football team.
True. So the only way to get here is to do the raft.
No.
What am I missing? Because I've been here before.
You're missing the fact that this is... You're missing the fact that you're looking overhead.
So
scroll your cursor to the left. Right. Yep. More to the left. Right there.
Yep.
You can go around that corner.
Oh, right here?
Yeah, like what you're missing is that the perspective on this map makes that look like a solid wall, but no, you walk behind that.
Well, let's do it.
See, now I understand why you were having so many problems. Because I just take for granted that that's a one-tile space you can walk through right there. And when you're just exploring like normal, you don't think anything of it. But yeah, like the way they depict this map doesn't... I can see that. I can see the problem you're having.
Sure enough.
Yeah, even the game has to rearrange the camera just for you. Oh, interesting. You didn't get the owl message. I guess you must have walked through here earlier. I don't remember.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Was like I know I've been here before because when I finished the raft game earlier, I noticed that this owl over here is lit up. Like the eyes are already lit up.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's the way those work now too. That's the Sleep Bear's foam guy, or?
No. Go in the bottle.
And as she was flying around your head, she's like, tee.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, I wish I could do the voice of Sprite from the Zelda cartoon. Or maybe not, it's really annoying, but still. But yeah, stuff like that, like, you know, don't get me wrong, the Great Fairies in Breath of the Wild are incredible, but just having like a whole little tiny, you know, fairy pixie society or whatever, like in the Zelda cartoon, that was cool. Like, and I've talked about this with you before, like, there was a really strong 80s fantasy vibe when Zelda first started out that is just entirely gone now.
Yep. Well, that shelf finder made it a lot easier. It's basically a cheat code.
Yep. You can, like I said, you can turn it off if you want.
Oh no, why would I do that? Okay. Since we started playing this, I have purchased 2 other Zelda games.
That's a whole lot of Zelda. What are you doing right now? Like your path is like you're about to start talking about how you want to get through this game, and you're just wandering around.
Come on.
She's about to fly away. Whap.
Okay. What's in here? I don't think I've been here yet.
That's the way back. Oh no, that's a Great Fairy.
It is? It's the way back to what now? Well, what was that you were saying?
I was about to say that was the way back up to the raft game.
Yeah, no,
but
that's
I was wrong.
Next thing over.
And I can admit that. I can admit that I was wrong, but you need to admit that you couldn't beat me at Mario Golf.
I know it's killing you inside to admit you were wrong. So I won't torture you.
I can admit when I'm wrong. You just have to accept that I'm not wrong often.
Not too often, but...
Again, prime example of just how broken the boomerang is.
Yep.
You actually cannot defeat those with your sword at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, the way you're supposed to beat them is with your arrows. Which is why they give you arrows when you kill them.
That's right. I remember that now. Footy.
You're about to feel so silly.
Why? Because I don't have the key.
Exactly. That's what I've been saying this whole time. Like, what are you doing?
Well, you said this is the area I needed to go to next, I thought.
No! You pointed to the area below this, and I told you that that's not the next temple, but it is your next destination.
Air.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know it tears you up inside to admit that you're wrong, so I won't believe
No, I was wrong.
Point.
No, I was totally wrong. Listen, here's the thing. I'm married, okay? I'm used to it now.
Wow, bringing out the, like, speaking of 80s, like, bringing out the real prime material there. Women, am I right?
Cute.
Oh man, when I was at the outlet mall today, I kid you not, I totally saw somebody walk past me wearing a Jeff Dunham shirt.
That doesn't surprise me at all.
Really? It doesn't surprise you that in the year of our Lord 2021, somebody is wearing a Jeff Dunham t-shirt.
Where do you live? Well, don't say that necessarily, but given where I know you were, no, it does not surprise me. Oh, well, wait, wasn't there some controversy with him or something? Did he do something bad or something?
Well, not even so much a controversy, it's just like everybody suddenly realized, wait a minute, these jokes are actually super lame and kind of racist. And also homophobic. And like, yeah, like, but even when people started to realize that, he just kept doing the same shtick. Like, that's just it. He didn't change. What he did was just, like, not evolve his comedy over the course of almost 30 years.
I mean, I just never thought he was. I just was never entertained by him, outside of when I was a kid. I thought the
Exactly.
jalapeno on a stick
Yeah.
was hilarious when I was a kid.
Oh yeah, when I was like, I think I first saw Jeff Dunham, probably when I was 8 or 9. It was during one of those times where HBO was free, so I saw one of his specials, and yeah, I thought Peanut was the funniest thing in the world. And what is that, Walter, the old man? Yeah. But then stuff like, you know, Ahmed, the terrorist. And yeah, that's what the shirt was, by the way. It wasn't even a character. It was just the words, "Silence, I will kill you," spelled K-E-E-L.
Yeah, I never found it offensive, but I just thought it was dumb. I never thought it was funny. It was too catchphrasy. Everything was catchphrasy. And then
Yep.
it was the I don't know if fandom is the right word you would use, but I guess his audience, target audience,
His fans.
people like Wendell
Yeah.
and like
What would the term be? Oop. Okay, hold on. We got a mini boss battle going.
oh, let's see. What do I remember from this guy?
I'm a big boy, and I want a big cereal. Smush. Crunch. How many? I was about to say, how many times are you gonna fall on your butt before you finally jump? Oh, he's a big Armos. He's smart. He knows not to get hit by your ultimate weapon.
I guess that didn't help to jump into him, does it?
Oh, I love they have so many recordings of Link getting hurt. It's cute and sad. Okay. Would you like a hint?
Nope.
No? Okay. All right. Oh, I don't know what's sadder, is like the sounds Link makes when he gets hurt or falls over, or just that slap sound when he gets smacked. You seem to really be struggling with this. I fear there might be some lateral thinking in play here. Or, I'm sorry, linear thinking. Oh wow, he kind of looks like Shovel Knight from this angle. That's cool.
Kinda.
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Mini boss, mini boss, mini boss, mini boss, mini boss, mini boss. Well, you have no more fairies, and you're at half health, so. Anytime you want to move it along.
Okay, well, nothing I do is hurting him, so
Well, like I said, there seems to be some linear thinking in play. Namely, some of the things you were trying were attacking him from the front.
will the arrows hit him in the back?
I believe so.
Well, how do you even get back there?
Huh. You know what? That's actually a good question. I'm starting to wonder now how this is. How did I? How try spin slashing. Okay. Yeah, because now I'm starting to forget how this goes. Because I'm pretty sure in the original game you can either use boomerangs or arrows like the other Armoses.
Oh wait,
Okay,
let's
yeah,
see.
break the bottle. See what the bottles give you. Okay, they give you arrows, so that has to be it. It could just be that he's really hard, because like I don't recall his drops actually knocking you on your butt in the old game. You only have one arrow left or 0 arrows?
One.
Try a bomb arrow. Oh no, wait. But if you use a bomb arrow, then oh yeah, you can't use a bomb arrow now.
Oh, there's
Okay,
gotta
maybe
be.
it can't be. Maybe it can't be arrows because, yeah, they wouldn't just leave you like, yeah. With the way this game is, they wouldn't just leave you.
There'd be
without
something
it.
that was dropping arrows.
Yeah.
Oh wait, hold on. What? Well, he has God tier timing, I'd say that much.
Huh. It has to be. I'm gonna look this up. I'm not gonna tell you until you want it, but I'm gonna look this up because I'm starting to question my memory now. Feel free to keep talking.
Yeah, okay, so I usually things like most often in this game when if something can be damaged by like just like with these guys, right? Like if the whole thing is like you're supposed to kill it with an arrow, you usually can kill it with a boomerang. Like that and like that. So I can't imagine that they're wanting you to do something else or that only arrows work on it. That wouldn't make any sense. It's too easy to run out of arrows. It's not like he's stopping for an extended period of time, giving you something to aim at. I feel like I do kind of remember this fight, but the technique is just not there. I just remember the guy jumping around and stuff.
Yeah, like I said, I don't remember him actually knocking you down when he jumped in the old game, but maybe he did.
And then he turns around before you can recover.
Okay, well I know how to beat him now.
See, that didn't work. The only thing I hadn't tried yet.
He just stops like everything he's doing, sneezes, and then just jumps back in the air again.
And then when he just dies.
Okay.
One more go.
So I know how to beat him.
I've got
Would you like
one.
to know, or
No, I have one more idea.
okay?
In my mind, this is the only other thing it could be. And that didn't work.
That is bold. I'll give you that much. That is bold. Technically, the game has communicated to you at least, you know, once that that is something that could have worked.
Wow. Definitely not getting that stupid fake reward at the end of the game now.
Well, I mean, you gave up on that dream a long time ago,
It
which
was
is
not
quite
a dream.
unfortunate because you should always follow your dreams. Okay, so are you ready for this? Do you want to know how to beat him?
Sure.
Okay, first of all, I just want you to, like, you know, I know you're sitting down. Sit down a little harder. Try not to stand up.
Done.
I hope you can handle this. Get good.
Are you serious?
It is indeed arrows and spin attack.
Well, what do the arrows
Those
do?
those are the only ways you hurt him. Arrows and spin attack.
Okay. Son of a...
So it was linear thinking. Basically, you gave up too fast, or you didn't, like, start recognizing different things that were happening. Which, why would you? This is the first time you've encountered this boss, but yeah. So yeah, it seems he has a period of invulnerability when he lands. And so that made you think that your spin attack didn't work.
Oh, cool. And I got one of those creepy, melty ice creams from the ice cream truck.
Heck yeah. The only thing that can make it better is if it was Sonic the Hedgehog.
Sargnarg the Harg.
Yeah, and you know it's got, and like one of the candy eyes is just like slightly drooping down. I remember once somebody saying they went to a costume party or an event or something, and somebody was cosplaying as Ice Cream Stick Sonic. Here we go. To the finder, the Isle of Koholint is but an illusion. Human, monster, sea, sky, a scene on the lid of a sleeper's eye. Awake the dreamer, and Koholint will vanish, much like a bubble on a needle. Castaway, you should know the truth.
What? Illusion?
Okay, right now, stop, hold on.
Stopping?
Who just said what illusion?
The narrator?
Link? Or the narrator? Yeah, who is this? Like, apparently not even the narrator knows what's going on in the game.
Also, you seem to have forgotten his name is Click.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Yes. I should have also remembered that Click is indeed a mute, so it had to be the narrator. Of course, it doesn't explain how Click is even able to use a phone. Oh, here's your roll.
Ooh, I see you have read the relief. While it does say the island is but a dream of the windfish, no one is really sure. Just as you cannot know if a chest holds treasure until you open it, so you cannot tell if this is a dream until you awaken.
You're in Schrodinger's dream, apparently.
Exactly. The only one who knows for sure is the windfish. Trust your feelings. Someday you will discover the answer.
You have infused him with the exact amount of sarcasm I was hoping for by this point in the game.
Hooray!
Yeah, you have maintained the arc. Now you have to just stick the landing by the end.
Nobody
Okay,
knows
so,
except for the
yeah.
windfish, but he's asleep. So we can't
yeah,
exactly
Armos-
ask him.
So now that you've done that fight and everything, I'm remembering the Armos Knight did give me trouble in my playthrough. I did try arrows at first and had issues and not able to get a clean blow on him. I was like, well, let me just do a spin attack. That typically seems to hurt like highly armored enemies. It's like this is one of the few Zelda games where there will be enemies that are immune to sword strikes but can get hit by a spin attack. And so
Yeah.
I was lucky enough that my spin attack, didn't hit that untelegraphed invulnerability portion on the landing. I was like, oh, okay, maybe they changed it and arrows don't work anymore. And so I just used spin attacks and won. But he did kill me, but I had a fairy. So like I still didn't take the, I still didn't, hit my death count. I still got to see the secret ending. Or maybe I didn't get revived by a fairy. Maybe I used a fairy before that point, or maybe I had the Crazy Tracy potion or something.
Hello.
But yes, like that fight did kick my butt too. They did make it harder.
I'll say.
I just got good faster. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, excuse me. Did you though, or you just saying that?
Well, no, like what I'm saying is true to the best of my recollection. That fight did give me trouble. I do recall having to restore my hearts. Either the fairy did it for me, or I released the fairy, or a Crazy Tracy potion, or something. But I did have a lot of trouble, and I did try arrows first. But I wound up going with spin attacks.
Here's the problem.
Okay.
Again, what we spoke about way earlier today. I blame MMOs. Because I was thinking of the spin attack as just, it's an AoE attack. Not, oh, this attack has more power.
Really? Because see, like, from all the times I've played the original game, that's my main thing I know the spin attack is good for, is that it does double damage of a single strike.
Didn't even think about that. I mean, now that you're mentioning it, I'm like, oh yeah. But like, again, all this time that I've spent with World of Warcraft and now Final Fantasy 14 and everything, it's definitely warped my thinking as far as I was just envisioning it as this hits in a cone in front of you, and this is just an AoE. This even seems like it's a little bit wider, so that's kind of interesting.
Yep.
Dude, go away! You're so creepy. Get.
If it makes you feel better, like there are definitely Zelda games where the spin attack isn't more powerful than a regular slash. There has to be at least one where that's the case. In the top-down games, though, it's pretty much always double damage. Yeah, cause like in Ocarina of Time, for example, the double damage duty is done by the jump slash, and that becomes the go-to power strike.
Yeah.
And the spin slash the spin slash gets reduced to a novelty until you get the magic meter to spin harder. Like Beyblade. That's for our Gen Z viewers. That will be the first and only time we discuss Beyblade.
Yeah, unless my son ever comes on here. Kid,
he's like, he watches this later and he's just like pumping his fist. Yeah, let it rip.
I know nothing about Beyblade, to be honest with you. Other than just the general concept.
Everything I know about Beyblade comes from listening to it, not watching it, listening to it play on Cartoon Network while doing stuff on my computer. Demoing some of them at Walmart when I worked in toys, and Billiam videos. I can say this much: Beyblade, separated from, the anime and the whole like crazy, like, oh, they're like mythical beasts or okay, actually hold on.
Sorry, I kind of jumped the gun there.
Yeah, we got some serious stuff going on here.
This area makes me think of Minecraft.
I kind of like that that dungeon popping up in the old game better. Here it's just kind of like original game. It was like I think it was like a gradual like pop 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 to come
Yeah.
up. Okay, so beginning of this dungeon, what I want you to do is just listen to the music. This is the best remix in the game.
It's pretty good.
You can, but it's about to get better. But I just love it's building up. You know, Link's world is like, you know, what he thought he knew, he doesn't know anymore. But now here it comes. Nope, get off the menu. Here it comes.
That's pretty dope.
Just seamlessly works the original chiptune into this. It honestly it seriously gives me goosebumps listening to this. Just an incredible piece of work.
Oh yeah, now I fully remember what dungeon I'm in. I like the colors too.
Yeah, this whole thing, it just really drives home the fact that, like, yeah, like, you don't know what's going on, but it seems that, you know, nothing you know is real, and you don't know what to believe, and oh, it's just so good. I gotta say, of all the things that they improved in this game, I kinda wish they'd made this part go faster. I think you only have to do it once, though. It used to be like every time you went into these rooms, they would throw the tiles. And so now, right. if you remember the Angler's Tunnel, I had mentioned that I really didn't like that remix because I thought because it very sloppily puts in the original theme. And this is why. Like, this is, like, I already didn't like that tune when I first heard it, but then once I got to this dungeon, I was like, no, seriously, why is Angler's Tunnel so bad when this one's so good? This dungeon also plays host to one of my favorite parts of my video that I made on this version of the game. Where, like, it was a section talking about how great all the music remixes were. And then and I get to this theme, and I mentioned like how like some of the original chip tunes are used, and like as the song is swelling and building up to the point where it starts playing the chip tunes, I have a Game Boy slowly rising into the frame, and then it turns on and it plays the exact portion of the dungeon that I'm in as the chip tunes start.
Oh no, I have to move them somewhere, don't I?
Huh?
I don't remember what these guys do, but I think I have to
how
like...
to beat them?
I think I have to move them somewhere.
No, so Wizrobes in this game are really weird. They are unusually tough. They're immune to your sword strikes, so you're going to need to use something stronger. There you go.
I hit him once, and then I started trying to kill him with the sword, and then I forgot that you could keep... God, collect. I forgot that you could keep hitting them with the boomerang like that.
Yeah. So if you didn't have the boomerang, your other options would be bow and arrow or bombs.
Wow, 50 rupees, that's what I came here for.
Huh?
I said, wow, 50 rupees, that's the whole reason I'm here.
Isn't it, though? Of course, what does money matter anyway? It's all a dream.
You know, I think I almost mentioned something about it being a dream, like in the first couple of times we did this, and you got on to me.
Uh-huh.
I guess we're just being open about it, because I don't think there's anyone that doesn't know what the plot of this game is.
No, there are plenty of people that haven't played this game. This game is over 20 years old. But now we're past the twist, so.
I suppose, yeah. Okay. I'll be right back. I just need an
Okay.
interlude. Now, it's just a stopping point. I need to use the restroom. We're like an hour in. I should have done it at the beginning of the dungeon, but I got overzealous and excited to be in here. I'll be quick.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. One empty bladder. Are you still there?
So I was
Okay.
just looking through game FAQs for other people that had problems with the Armos Knight, and yeah, like it is this version of the game. Like they made it harder, which on one hand that's a good thing. That makes sense. Like as I mentioned before, like they actually tweaked the overall difficulty curve in this game so that the earlier bosses are a little bit easier and the later bosses are a little bit harder. It's a more gradual curve now instead of just kind of being all wacky and all over the place. That said, yeah, that boss does seem to turn around too. Like you can kill it with just 4 arrows, but he turns around way too fast for a lot of people to even do it. And so spin attacks are actually just the easiest way. Or alternatively, you can go with 2 spin attacks to break the shield, and then you can just hit him with 2 arrows. So anyway, other than that, what were your reactions to learning the twist in this game when you got here for the first time?
Honestly, I mean, gosh, it's been so long. Like, it's hard to even remember. I know the thing that really stuck with me as a kid, and like if y'all want to make fun of me, that's fine, whatever. But for me, it was the sadness at the end. It was the like, none of it was real.
Yeah.
That's really what stuck with me throughout the years of like, that was a really interesting story and kind of sad overall and whatever. Oop.
Yeah, see, it's because of this game, like, and maybe I wasn't even, like, not even consciously, but thinking back, it might have been this game was probably the main reason why Majora's Mask didn't hit me emotionally the way it does other people. Because that's the other Zelda game that people look at as kind of being a little bit, you know, a little bit morose. You know, you've got the apocalypse looming and all these individual stories of these other characters. Here's the catch, though. For me, I completely missed the Bomber's Notebook on my first playthrough of Majora's Mask, which, if you recall, is kind of needed to figure out how to do all those side quests that make you feel things about the characters in that game.
Whoops.
And so, yeah, I missed all of that on my first playthrough. But then when I went back into it, using a guide from Game FAQs, no less, to then figure out, like, okay, what are all these things I'm missing? Why am I missing all these masks? I've already finished the game. Like, what's going on here? And I see my error. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, all right, whatever. FAQ's already open. Might as well just go through and clear all these. So I eventually did get to, you know, all the stuff that people love so much about that game, but it still didn't hit me. Like, it still didn't affect me emotionally, and I don't think it's because I didn't, you know, didn't experience it naturally. Like, you know, some people might say, like, oh, well, if you had played through the game the way it was intended, or like if you hadn't missed the notebook at the beginning, but it's like, well, no, I still did the content eventually. And it didn't resonate with me. And thinking now, like, this game might have been the reason why, because I feel like this one did the whole sort of looming apocalypse and what you must do and what's going to happen and everything else much better than that game did. Even despite having so many characters and so much dialogue and so many side quests and activities and stuff like that. In this game, like, maybe it's because it's just more pure. Like, because it's a smaller game, it's so much more focused on what's happening. Because, yeah, like, you'll start to see now with these last 3 bosses, for example, now that you know what's going on with this island, suddenly your quest to wake the Windfish, you know, it's something that you're doing to help yourself for obvious reasons, and to help the Windfish. But for the bosses, they're not just stopping it because they're evil. They're stopping as a sake of as survival, and they will make it known that that is, you know, that's what they're doing. Like they aren't necessarily hostile to you. They're just like, hey, we kind of like existing.
Yeah, right.
Hey, you got a more powerful bait. I love that. It's like, it's not even like yeah, you get the power bracelet now. It's just, no, it's just a more powerful one now.
Ooh.
Like, they could have just as easily said, hey, you got a second one. Now you have one for both wrists. But no, it's just a
Yeah.
more powerful bracelet. So, like, presumably you just throw away the old bracelet or put it back in the chest.
Right, instead of combining it with the other one or something. Oh, no,
Yeah.
that's not what I meant to do. Crap.
Look at that. You're so powerful you couldn't even put your bottle away right. Your muscles just didn't respond. And yeah, look at that.
This looks so cool in like, in this... Oh, smash.
They did, but they did tweak it a little bit. So
Oh,
here,
okay.
huh? Oh
I
yeah,
said,
that
oh,
was
okay.
a one-way door, and you didn't realize it. So in this game, the ability to pick up the, hey, you actually noticed that. Very good. So in this game, once you get the ability to pick up the heavy statues, you just pick them up. But in the original game, Link still kind of struggles a little bit. Like, he picks them up, but the sense of weight is much greater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of miss that. So for my part, my arc with this game when I first played it is documented in the video I made. Feel free to link that in the description if you'd like. But
I might just do that,
make
actually.
a long story, huh?
I said I might just do that, actually.
So to make a long story short, I started out, you know, really wanting to get this game because it was a Zelda game and it was portable. And I was like, hey, that's awesome, because, you know, typically Zelda games are, at least in my household, they were games that my father played. You know, us getting to play him was like an afterthought. Like, he really liked the series. And so this was a game that was all mine because the Game Boy was mine. I didn't have to share the Game Boy with anybody. And so then I get the game, and I'm disappointed at first because it's like everything seems way too simplistic. And like the animation on the sword swing looks funny. And it just, it feels cheap in the way that like Super Mario Land felt cheap. Which, you know, Super Mario Land is still a good game in its own right, but like when you first think, hey, I'm going to play Mario on a Game Boy, that's not what you think it's going to be. And then you turn it on, it's like, ew, wait a minute, gross.
That's true. It wasn't until 6 golden coins that it felt like a Mario game. And even then, it was still off a little bit.
Yeah. And so that was my initial experience with Link's Awakening. But then over time, the game started to grow on me. And like the fact that they threw in all the Nintendo characters and stuff was like, that bothered me at first because like they're not even trying. They're just putting whatever they want in this game. They're not taking it seriously. Harumph was, you know, 12-year-old me apparently was upset about. Or no older than that. I would have been like 13 or 14 when this game came out. So, but eventually it got to be endearing, and I was like, oh, this is actually alright. You know, they're kind of doing their own thing. It's like, it's wacky. It's like, hey, you know, the other Game Boy game, Nintendo games are kind of wacky in their own way. Again, Mario Land. So, sure. And then I get to the point where the big reveal happens, and it's just like, so wait a minute. This is where it's going now. We're doing it. We're doing the dream thing. You know who else did the dream thing? Married with Children. Married with Children made the whole arc where Peggy Bundy was pregnant into a dream. Because, you know, the actual actress was pregnant at the time. However, she miscarried. And so they pretty much just wrote off the whole point in the story where she, which is understandable, but I didn't know that detail when I was younger, and so it kind of bothered me. You know who else did the dream thing?
I mean, who didn't?
Well, exactly, but like along this same thread, Married with Children did the dream thing. So what other show do you think I was watching that did the dream thing? Roseanne.
Oh yeah.
Now, I don't remember if Roseanne's dream season was around the same time I was playing this game. But long story short, yeah, like the whole dream trope, like you said, it was pretty well worn. And so it really bothered me. So it's like, hold on. So this thing I was really starting to like doesn't even really, oh, this boss is so cute.
Okay, finish your thought.
Yeah, so the whole dream thing had been done to death. And so it bothered me that this thing that I was really starting to like really didn't matter. And then I realized it actually mattered to me a lot more than I thought by the time it was over. So, and you'll understand what that means once we get to the end of this game. Okay.
Okay.
So now, this boss. He barks! Look at him!
Ow, ow, ow.
Little yippy boy. He wants to play fetch on you. Not with you, on you. He's like, catch! Catch the ball! He's like some weird cross between a dog, a manta ray, and a Moogle. I love him so much. He's like, no, no! And then... He's so cute. They made him so cute. I feel so horrible for having to beat him in this game. He's like, look, he's like, no, 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 don't. Oh.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to use my berry bottle already.
Oh man. Like, I can't believe they made him so... He just looks so huggable and pettable. And they made him do that to him.
He looks juicy. He looks like... It looks like it's probably like wet and sticky is what it looks like to me.
He's just smooth like a dolphin. Oh, and I hear a real doggy.
Mm-hmm.
He's jealous.
I don't know what he's barking at.
He's saying, you better not throw a ball on me like that.
He's in the other room. He has no idea what's going on. I did do that when I was a kid, though, to my Chihuahua. I rolled a basketball.
Huh?
I said when I was a kid, I rolled a basketball to my Chihuahua to play. Like I thought she would play with me, and she just stood there and took it, and then yelped. I felt so bad. I thought she would play. I mean, I wasn't trying to be mean. I literally thought that she would play.
Well, with that kind of life experience, you'd think you'd have an easier time with that boss battle.
I hate things like this because it's like, okay, do I go down the stairs or do I go in the door? You never know what's gonna.
This dungeon. So this is the first dungeon in the game that starts doing some really messed up stuff. Hey, look at that. That's not the room you came in from.
Wait a second.
I'm just picturing Link just slowly walking forward, holding the map in front of him. It's like, okay, and then I was here. And then I go into here.
You know what I thought was strange?
Huh.
That.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it really is this. Ouch. I guess it really
This
is
is the most powerful weapon in the game.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I guess it's really as powerful as you've been saying it is.
Yeah. In fact, in the original game, like, I'm not gonna spoil the last boss of this game, but I can say that the boomerang can kill him in a single hit in the old game.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, there's a really easy way to do this. You got the right idea, you're just in the wrong spot.
Am I? Yes, I am.
And in fact, I dare say it's even easier in this game. So yeah, you just go sit in the corner and hold your shield up.
Yeah.
And in this game, it's even easier because you can angle yourself to that. How in the world did you manage that?
Magic. Okay, if I go south from here, am I gonna get teleported around again?
Only one way to find out.
I hate you.
Next time! No.
On Dragon Ball Z. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to fear those guys anymore. I almost like kind of wish I could make you not have the boomerang because like it really does break the game in so many ways. Oh yeah, these guys are fun. I'll let you play with this for a while. If you want a hint though, I'll tell you. Look
I know how
at the big brain on Brett.
I know how chess works. This took me a second to remember that's what they were trying to evoke.
Yeah, which is awesome because you know how that worked in the old game?
I don't remember. Was it different?
Very different. This is actually an improvement because there are rules. Okay, so in the old game, the goal with the knight pieces was just to get them to land upright. You didn't have to get them to a specific spot, they just had to be upright. The catch, though, was that it was entirely random whether or not they would land upright when you threw them. Oh, you don't tell me you don't know how to kill a pole's voice.
Wait, why are there...
Well, that's one way to do it.
Why are there only 2 things here?
Because there's an easier way to kill Pole's voice that has existed since the first Zelda game. There you go. Of course, granted, in the first Zelda game, only a single arrow will... Actually, a single arrow will just pierce straight through a Pole's voice. It's actually kind of brutal.
Oh, not these juicy boys again.
Oh. So yeah, so the knight heads, or the knight pieces, they would just randomly just nudged him with his face, like, no, I don't want. So cute. They would just randomly decide whether or not they wanted to be upright. And so the problem, oh, that is just so unsettling. The way it reared back like that. Oh no. No, that's not good. I don't like that. And then the only way that you could actually do it, like, once you threw one and it landed toppled over, you couldn't pick it up again until you threw the other one. And so you couldn't even just keep trying over and over again on one piece and then move on to the next one. You had to throw them both every single time. And so you'd throw one, and if it was right, then you have to count the other one being right. And if it was wrong, you'd have to throw the other one anyway, just so you could throw them both again. And so this game, thankfully, changed it to do the whole chess piece thing. However, for people that might not be entirely familiar with chess, or not believe that this game would actually do something like that, it still almost seems like it's random. I can almost guarantee you that you can go to game FAQs and find people that don't know how that worked. I just kept throwing it around until eventually it landed in the spot. Yeah. Also, it's not entirely obvious that the turn that the piece is going to take is telegraphed by how it's facing in your hands.
Yeah, I feel like, I mean, I'm not trying to be like ego or whatever, but I feel like I figured it out pretty quick that, like, you had to be in the lower side and it had to be a certain direction just because it was trying to bounce itself into the wall or whatever.
Yeah. And then you remembered, oh yeah, they're knights. But see, and that's just it. It's like, even once I figured it out, I was like, oh, it's doing the knight thing. It then took me a little bit longer to realize, oh, wait a minute. Whether it turns left or right is based on what direction it's facing when you hold it up. Why is that a pushable block? That is quite strange.
Thanks, game.
I don't think I've ever pushed that block in my entire life.
Well, you have to push it in order to get the bombs, but it's odd.
Oh, Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, I'm sorry, I was too engrossed in reminiscing about throwing around knights. Yeah, it also helps that they put the chessboard pattern on the floor. That also didn't exist in the original because it didn't need to
True.
exist in the original. I love, by the way, the felt lining on that cavity. Yeah, see, you didn't notice it was facing a different direction. There you go.
Nope.
Well, except that you weren't far enough back. There you go.
No.
Oh, wait a minute. I mean, still not far enough back?
Should be here.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, you weren't far enough back. It was hitting the wall.
Ba, 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 ba. 300 rupees. Nobody cares.
Pretty much. Well, I mean, there are still some things you can buy. They're just not going to be crucial. Like, you can still buy more pieces for the dungeons, for Dampe. And you love that guy.
No, I don't. It's a lie. Okay, hold on. We're sitting here talking about all kinds of random stuff, which is totally cool. But I don't remember if I'm supposed to leave this activated or not.
I couldn't tell you.
You could. That's a lie.
Well, no,
you
like,
totally could.
I honestly don't know. There's only one... There's, like, only really one or two places in this whole game where hitting the switch a certain way before you leave a room is even relevant, and I don't think this is one of them. Because, like, the one spot where you needed the switch to be a certain way, there was a switch right nearby anyway.
I thought I got a key somewhere.
Also, didn't you get... There's a... Or no, wait, I'm thinking of a different dungeon, maybe. You got a free Crazy Tracy potion already from here, didn't you?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so, like, yeah, that spot where you jumped on top of the blocks before, like, that's, like, the one place where it really matters, I think. Although, just to be on the safe side, you left the red ones down, right? I think that's right. Like, I'm thinking ahead now, and maybe the red ones do need to be down.
Well, I gotta get a... I have to get a...
Yeah, that Crazy Tracy potion was a bonus, by the way, because, like, it's not supposed to be obvious that you can jump on top of those tiles. Like, people wouldn't... or are expected not to think of that.
Where do I get the key? Never finished that left side of the screen either.
Yeah, this is where the dungeons started getting real. Like, everything else was just leading up to these last three ones. This is why I was saying on one of the nights earlier, this is why I was saying, like, you probably weren't gonna be able to do 2 dungeons.
Okay, yeah, this door is always gonna warp me to the bottom, right?
Yes. This game at least telegraphs it a little bit, because when you go through that door, it fades to black instead of actually scrolling.
Aha.
Yeah, I only just noticed that when you did it the first time here. Because, like, I do know in the old game, it just scrolled like normal. Like, for all the world, it seemed like you were in a different room.
Here we go.
Black hole sun, won't you... Look at that. Look at that. The boomerang is more powerful than a black hole. Not even light can escape a black hole. But your boomerang? Faster than light.
Is there not a way to destroy that thing? There has to be.
With your sword, but they've specifically made it to where it's too far away. Remember? You found these originally in, the dungeon with the Pegasus boots.
Yeah,
And
that's right.
in that one, they had one that repelled and you charged through it. Wow. You totally did that in a way that I'm sure they didn't intend.
I don't know what they intended. I mean,
Okay, what they intended you to do was just to go around it and spawn all the slimes, and the slimes get pulled into the hole by the black hole.
oh. Oh well.
And you, like a total unit, just went in and killed the black hole. I gotta say, I don't like the BMOS in this game. Like, that's not a threatening laser. It's just like, pew, pew. Whereas in the original game, it was like this really long beam, and it had this very unsettling sound.
Hold on. This isn't the path to a key either. This is the end dungeon.
Yep. You got one chest, and there's a second chest. And I can tell you that the chest on the right has the nightmare key, so that just leaves the chest on the left.
So basically, I didn't go far enough over here on this side.
Yeah.
So this is...
Yeah, something made you turn around at some point, and it was probably an elephant statue or something. Skidamarinky dinky dink, skidamarinky dink. Have you
So many
watched
berries
any of
in
that
here.
Next? Huh?
I said there's so many berries in here.
Oh yeah, right? Like the game gets... like it's not a hard game. Like granted, these dungeons have gotten more serious, but it's still Link's Awakening. It's still not hard.
Did I watch any of
Especially
what?
Boomerang. Huh?
Oh, you were saying did I watch something?
Oh yeah, have you ever watched? I don't know if I've linked them to you yet or not, but the series Knickknacks.
No, I've never heard of that.
Okay, yeah, it's a YouTube series that chronologically documents every show that's ever aired on Nickelodeon. And so yeah, I was thinking of elephant statues, and that got me thinking of Sharon Lois and Bram's Elephant Show, and that got me thinking of Knickknacks.
I mean, you can send it to me, but like Nickelodeon's not really a thing for me. Remember, I
You
didn't.
didn't watch a lot of TV when you were a kid, did you?
No, I did. I didn't have cable.
Oh.
That's why my favorite shows were like MacGyver and
Harry Mason and Columbo.
things that would come on late at night, like Hercules, Xena, Matlock, Murder, She Wrote, Perry Mason. Oh boy, at last I finally got the map.
Yeah, that's also why you know, despite only being in your late 30s, you were technically like 50 or 60.
Oh yeah, right. Oh yeah, look, this is the dungeon that actually looks like the
thing it is.
yeah. Whoa.
Wow, you actually did that.
Did what?
I was wondering if you're actually gonna go and just throw every pot into each other when there's a clear pot door right there.
Oh yeah, but I'm coming back. I had to get this beak that I don't need. I'm not even gonna go find that bird again because I already know he's gonna be like, let's see, what did I? This room will warp you back to here. I'll be like, I figured that out. Thanks.
Oh, it's even stupider than that. I don't know about.
Pots can
No, I
break
don't
the
know about,
doors.
like, I'm pretty sure that there are 2 statues in this one, and one of them I don't know, but the one I'm thinking about is actually really stupid. Well, it's not okay. It's not stupid so much as it's technically necessary. It's a statue that I'm pretty sure was added in the BX version. Because in the original game, what it's telling you to do is kind of not entirely... It's not telegraphed. It's something that you do there and never do ever again in the game. Oh yeah, hit that thing with a boomerang.
Combo.
More fairies! That's gonna be important to know because you're gonna be seeing more bubbles in dungeons later. Or technically, those are anti-fairies. Some instruction manuals in some games call those anti-fairies, not bubbles. And I guess it's an anti-fairy in the sense that anything that isn't a fairy is an anti-fairy, because, like,
Yeah.
seriously, it's a skull with fire? I don't... I don't get it.
Are you kidding me? Back when I didn't have the flippers, a river could be an anti-fairy. Combo.
Oh, very nice.
Let's see. How do I get past this?
I say no, yeah, I was gonna say note the direction they're facing. How have you not? I've only mentioned this to you like 4 times.
There it goes. It was because, okay, the black one was laying right here. So apparently they interact with each other because I bounced it off the black one and it didn't go to the right spot. It actually has to hit the tile.
But then how does that well, yeah, but then how does that explain you deliberately throwing the black one the wrong way the other time?
I just needed to get it out of the, I don't know. There you go. Oh, all that did was open the door that I don't need open?
Oh, maybe you do need it open.
All right, now I don't. What is... Oh! Well, that explains that.
Yay! Closure!
Gimme things. Huh. Da, 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 da.
I completely forgot about that.
Haha. Yeah.
Of course, now you've respawned all the mid bosses, though, or all one of them. So yay, the puppy lives again.
Okay.
Why, yes, it would be faster to just warp to the beginning of the dungeon.
Yeah, but no, it's not. Oh wait, yeah, because I still have to get the master thing. Arg.
So yeah, like I was saying, the one stone statue I'm thinking of in this dungeon, it gives you an explanation for something that's not entirely clear, and it's something that you'll never, I don't think you ever have to do it ever again in the game. But at the same time, it's also the only thing you could really do. So, like, I get why they added it there, but also they could have just not done it.
Oh no, I have to go down those stairs to get over here, don't I?
Yes. I will never get tired of him having the gels on his eyes. Do, 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 do.
So then over to here, I believe.
how did the maze and the Minotaur work? Is like just put, just run your left hand across the wall and you'll get out eventually.
Really?
I remember reading that or hearing that somewhere. Maybe it wasn't the maze and the Minotaur, but there was something about a labyrinth and the way to solve it was just like, yeah, just run your hand along the left wall and, eventually you'll get there. Just follow one wall.
So, you know what bothers me? These guys look like minions.
How dare you? I love this game.
I love this
Why
game
would you
also.
do that?
These characters look like I said I love this game too, but these characters, these little blocks make me feel like I'm on some middle-aged woman's Facebook page.
No. Well, you know what? At the very least, they have given up Tweety Bird to take up the minion. So Tweety Bird has been freed from the oversized t-shirts of middle-aged women.
Right into the
Thanks to
hands
the
of Space
minion.
Jam.
And then right in, yeah, dang it.
Hate is gonna
Dang it.
hate. I seriously was considering that,
These
like,
make
oh,
such terrible sounds.
I shouldn't have such a harsh reaction. Maybe the new Space Jam movie might be all right. And then I saw that thing with with Granny saying haters gonna hate, and I was like, that's it, I'm out. I'm done.
Oh, you're telling me you don't like the Notorious P.I.G.'s rap?
No, I don't. The plot is ridiculous. And I don't mean like Looney Tunes ridiculous. That's like the last thing that it is.
I mean, like, the internet kidnapped my child ridiculous, because that's what the actual plot is.
Yeah. And we're not talking about, we're not talking about, like... Oh, okay, what?
Yeah, you're about to see what I meant now. Okay, so, like I said, I'm pretty sure that owl didn't exist in the original game, but at the same time, like, there's only, like, this thing is surrounded by pots. Like, you either get the idea to hit it with a pot, or you hit it with a pot by accident. However, the fact that you didn't do either of those things, you just eventually went to the owl, tells me that, yeah, it probably was a good idea to put the owl there, but notice how plain that message was.
Yeah.
Like, there was no artistry to it. It was just throw the jar at the yeah, we're sorry.
Use the pots.
It was getting late. We had a deadline. We needed something clever for this nightmare key. Just do it. Just throw the jar at the chest.
Speaking of apologies, that reminds me, I saw a thing.
This ought to be good.
Oh, no, it's about the Final Fantasy 14 thing. In learning about its history, I saw where they issued like a company apology for the first iteration of the game before they fixed it and everything. And like the way that Japanese companies do business and stuff like that, like that they came out and like they were very sorry or whatever. And Blizzard has never done anything like that. They're just like, y'all are stupid or whatever. Or it's, I don't know. We're just gonna keep doing it.
You remember when the 3DS didn't do all that great outside of the gate? And not only did they knock down the price of the 3DS, not only did they give all the people who had purchased a 3DS access to the Ambassador program and 10 exclusive games, all of the top executives took a salary cut.
Wow.
That is how awesome Japanese businessmen are. Meanwhile, Bobby Kotick's like, whatever, you're gonna buy it. You gonna cancel your subscription? You'll be back. You'll all be back. And he chomps a cigar and he throws his feet up on the desk. There was a very brief period of my life where I actually felt some pity for Bobby Kotick. I had read like an interview with him. I don't even remember who did it or why or where I read it. But yeah, it was an interview with Bobby Kotick, and how exhausted he seemed with, like, you know, basically being one of the most hated people in video games and yada yada, etc. And I was like, you know, I can understand how somebody in his position might be a little weary, and then eventually I came to my senses.
I kind of wish, not necessarily that you were still playing WoW or had played it recently, but at least that you were up to date on the, like, fully the lore and everything, because that's, to me, really, like, one of the biggest issues is how garbage the lore has become.
All right, are we ready
Here we go.
for a very unsettling boss?
Aren't most of them unsettling? Yeah, that's right. This one's horrible. Ah.
Hey, dummy, need a hint? My weak point is... Whoops, there I go, talking too much again.
Facade.
Facade.
I think when I was a kid, I think I read that as facade.
It also works as facade. Facade.
Wait a second. That's different.
Also, yeah, it is different. The tiles can knock away the bombs. Also, he can hurt you by collision. He didn't have collision in the original. Hey, here's another one for our Gen Z viewers. Hey guys, it's your old pal Face.
Did he just change his spot based on my bomb already being there?
I think so. Like, remember, like, he is harder than he was originally. Oh, look at that. That is so... Yeah, look at that. He's actually, like, walling you out. I haven't seen the fight ever go this long before. It's actually really cool.
Rude.
I
He
wish I could
laughs.
do a good face voice. Oh, this is so cool.
Okay, listen
Okay,
up.
listen up.
Oh yeah, you do it.
Yeah, you go ahead.
If the windfish wakes up, everything on this island will be gone forever. And I do mean everything. And then he just explodes.
And Link's just like, you first. Anyway, by good face voice, I was meaning, like, I wish I could just do the like, you do know what face is, right? From Nick Jr.?
Nope. Nick Jr., I'm 38.
Oh, that's why that's why I said it was yet another nod to the Gen Z audience. Like, hey y'all, it's your pal Face here.
Yeah, I have no idea what that is.
Wow. Wow, you live such a sheltered life, you old person with your Matlock.
There we go. New instrument.
Meanwhile, I'm older than he is. Anyway, purple triangle.
Tingling.
I got a fever. I need more triangle. Yeah, so I don't know how to feel about that one because it's like, yeah, they totally captured the sound of a triangle made out of coral, but that on the other hand, they totally captured the sound of a triangle made of coral.
Something calls from the mountain.
You might even say it's bigger than Jesus. I'm pretty sure I used that joke already.
Every episode. Hoot, the mini monsters of this island fear that the windfish is about to awaken. The monster's power is real. They may conquer the island and destroy their foes. That day may come soon. Now go to the mountain tower. Fly like a bird. Hoot, hoot. You could just, carry me there.
Okay, do me a favor. Say, Nice use of the third law of thermodynamics, Mega Man. You get an A using that voice.
Oh wait, what?
Nice use of the second law of thermodynamics, Mega Man. You get a gold star.
I have to be reading it. My brain stopped.
That voice sounds almost dead on like Chemistry Man from Mega Man Fully Charged.
Nice, nice use.
Like you've taken the owl from the realm of sarcasm into Chemistry Man, and it's pretty cool.
Okay, nice use of the. Come on, what is it?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Okay.
The moment's passed.
it's gone. All right.
Oh boy. That was a hoot and a holler.
Still using that one, huh?
I am totally gonna send you a YouTube video of Face from Nick Jr. just so that you can get retroactively how funny it would be for that boss to have that voice.
Okay, do that.
Oh yeah, I also didn't get to say, like, during that boss fight, I love the way he was twitching his eye when he was like, he was straining to open up the floor. That was so cool.
They definitely gave him more personality.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next one is up here?
Is not there.
No, that's the last one.
That's the last one, yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. This is the next one.
That's the big mama gem. Hey, wait a minute. Go back to the other one. Oh, you've got to be kidding me.
What?
Now, okay, look very hard at that. Now look back at the tower.
Now look back at me. And now the tower.
It's highlighted.
Oh. Yeah, I didn't even notice that.
Holy crap. Has it been doing this the whole game?
It's hard to tell because the only reason you can tell is because of the solid color
You're
here.
zoomed in this far.
Well, it's too late now. As soon as start a new game. I love his face. Look at that fish's face.
Well, I mean, we'll see if that's the case. Like, after you beat that level, if it's not highlighted anymore, that could just be the artwork for that area.
Is it gonna be complicated to get to this thing, isn't it? How to get into it?
Oh yeah, you have to go and navigate all sorts of caves in Tall Mountain. Oh, and not to mention, there is the customary side quest in between the dungeons to even get the key. So, yeah, you have 2 or 3 different ordeals to complete before you can even enter that tower right now.
Okay.
And just so you don't forget for next time, or if you want to do it now, it's going to obviously involve that one spot that you have not uncovered.
You're right.
Yeah, it's up to you. I mean, I'm not gonna go all the way up to that. Like, I wouldn't go all the way up to that dungeon, but you might be able to at least get the side quest done pretty quickly.
Let's have a look and see what this looks like. I think that's what I meant to say.
Nice use of the second law of thermodynamics, Mega Man. You get a gold star.
I can't do it like that, but like at the same time, I'm gonna wake up in a cold sweat and blurt it out.
And that's gonna be like the only thing you can say for the rest of your life.
Like Hodor in Game of Thrones.
Wait, well, I was thinking more like Dexter when he starts saying omelette du fromage.
Who?
Oh my goodness. You don't know Face. You don't know Dexter.
No.
And no, he's not the serial killer. I'm talking about Dexter's Laboratory.
Yeah, I guess I figured that out probably. What a boring cartoon.
Are you? Oh, mm.
Part of me is just provoking you, and part of me is
I
like...
see you're playing bad cop this episode.
I mean, literally part of me is just trying to provoke you. The other part of me is like, okay, honestly though, I wouldn't sit and watch that show though. But I don't have a problem with somebody else enjoying it.
If there was such a, like, if I could generate infinite time just to sit you in front of a TV and absorb all of the culture that I have.
It sounds like hell. Because it's going to be all cartoons.
Dang straight, it's gonna be all cartoons.
Oh, we were talking about
Cartoons help make me the person I am today.
We were talking about Married with Children earlier, and it was funny. I was going to mention, like, I just finally finished. I guess you could call it binge watching. Sons of Anarchy. It's like 7 seasons worth of TV show.
I'm gonna make this really easy for you.
No, you're not.
Oh, okay, wait, that was the one apparently.
It just occurred to me, like, that last ding, I was like, wait a second, that tree's in the way. Oh, it doesn't always have to be dug up.
I thought it was underground on the cliff to your right. Anyway, your game audio is starting to get echoey.
Oh, that's odd.
Yeah, it's doing that thing that it did a while back.
Let's see what Elrira says.
Yeah, this is Elrira. You're starting to like music, eh? Well, a frog named Mamu lives in the signpost maze. Might know some new songs, but he charges a lot to play them. I could have sworn you didn't need rupees anymore in this game, but you still do. So anyway, bye, Click.
Anyway,
what can
yeah.
I say? I can't know everything like Elrira does.
It's true.
Yeah, you still do need a lot of rupees. I'm remembering now. But yeah, whatever you did before, like, you need to do something. Your audio is bad. Your game audio is really bad.
On the stream or on your end?
On my end. But keep in mind, like, what you're sending to Discord is, you know, it's still, like, coming from the same Elgato that's sending out to YouTube, so...
Buddy. Okay. Yeah, that's right. This is gonna take a minute. We'll just save the game here. How do I manually save again? There we go. Especially if the game audio is screwing up. I have no idea what to do with
problem. Huh?
I said if the game audio is screwing up, I honestly have no idea what to do to it.
Because yeah, if it was a Discord problem, then your voice would also be having the same effect that I'm hearing on the game right now. And it's not, so. Yeah,
anyway,
you just need to reboot your Elgato software.
Anyway, I finished wait, where is it? Where's the icon for it? There it is. I finished Sons of Anarchy and gosh, what is her name again? Katie Seagal plays the mom on that show. And it's such an odd thing until once you get into the show, like right now, after having binged watched 7 seasons of the show, like if someone mentions her name, that's the character I think of immediately now. But I was just thinking about it the other day, and I was like, wow, like it's so weird to have just watched this show that she's like a main character in through the whole thing. And then I was thinking about how, like, most likely the first time I ever saw her was Married with Children, and then through my like kind of teenage to 20s, you know, there was Futurama, and then this show is just like kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, Like, I remember when I first started watching Futurama, and it was like, I could not unhear Peggy Bundy, but now Futurama is something I've probably watched more times through than any given season of Married with Children, so now her voice is just Leela. And even if I go back and watch Married with Children, now it's Leela.
Yeah. So what do you think? Do you think I should do Skyward Sword as a record and then like commentary or something?
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna level with you. With you and any viewers we might have, which are certainly skyrocketing with references to Face and whatever the other one was, I've already forgotten because I'm an old. Um, Skyward Sword is a very long game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Should I skip streaming it and just record my gameplay?
Well, what are you gonna do with the recorded gameplay? What are you gonna
Just use
make
it
a
for
review?
that's what I'm saying. Just for anything. I don't know. Or should I just say screw it and just play it? Because here's the problem I'm having. Right, I got the Switch, have Mario Kart, and this game my kid plays. I got Smash Brothers. I got golf. I got Snap. I have not played. This is, you know why this is on here? This is on here because Hannah played Snap. I haven't played Snap yet. I finished quote unquote Sword, but I haven't
Don't
finished.
forget to turn back on your Elgato software.
I did.
Well, I'm still not seeing anything.
No, that's on Discord. Hold on.
There it is.
Yeah, I got all these. I have all these games, and they're like starting to pile up on me, and I can't stream them all once a week. So I could do more streams, but
okay. I've already figured out something. Okay, so the main reason I'm co-comming this is because I obviously have a very long and deep history with this game. And I also played through this version of it not too long ago. So now Skyward Sword is a game that I've already said that I don't particularly hold in that high a regard. And also, I have not played that game since it was new. 11? Um, so given all of that, given the fact that I wouldn't be able to provide as much, insight or game help or anything in that, but but for you, it's an entirely new experience, unlike this game where you play the original version. I would suggest doing just traditional, like maybe an hour a day things with Skywards or, like maybe 3 hours on a Sunday that you break up and just do that one solo.
yeah,
And
yeah,
maybe if I have a moment or whatever, maybe just hop in and look at your progress and ask you some questions or whatever. But I think it would be beneficial for both yourself and, to just do that one mostly on your own. And for me, uh, well, like, I wouldn't feel quite as compelled to uh, like, basically, like, tug your shirt and say, "I wanna tag along." Like, 'cause, like, it's like, part of the reason why this one has been being held back so much is because I wanted to at least be here for the twist part of this game, if nothing else.
yeah,
Whereas Skyward Sword, like, you could play that all through in one single day, and I couldn't care less if I missed that. So but at the same time, it is a super new experience for you, and honestly, there are some really cool parts in it that I'd be eager to see how you respond to them, even if I don't necessarily, want to be there alongside you while you experience them. So yes, definitely play through Skyward Sword. Definitely don't make it a once a week thing, and it could also help you build up your chops on solo streaming. Are you still streaming right now? Hello?
Whoops. Yes. I was adjusting my mic and the mute button's here on the top end. Like, oh, I accidentally touched it. Yeah, I'm still streaming.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, you might want to cut this part out or something. I don't know.
Or we're just chatting. I mean, anybody that's watched it this far.
I don't know. It's just a weird thing. I can't say I've really seen too many people that stream that are just like openly talking about what they're going to do next, just among themselves, as opposed to an actual audience.
That's probably true.